Hello there. Welcome to this week's CEO blog. Thought we'd do something a little bit different. We've been talking periodically about 3D tomosynthesis mammography and the new technology that we're bringing and how that's going to improve care, but you know, it takes a lot of things to help make a new service like that come into fruition. We've been raising money to help acquire the equipment, and now we've got to go through the process of installing it, which requires us to make modifications to our space. And that process has several steps to it, and we thought we'd take a little walk around the hospital, show you the different spaces that are going to be affected and what our plan is, and let you kind of get a bird's eye view of how the changes will come about to help make it so that we can offer this new service to the community. So come on with me, let's go for a walk around the hospital. Okay, so we just left my office and we're down in our current mammography suite. Take a look around. This is our current equipment. It's been great. We were the first digital mammography system on the Palouse, actually in the whole Eastern Washington region, when we moved into the hospital. But new technology has come along. The 3D tomosynthesis gives a clearer, sharper image, and it reduces false positives, so people get fewer callbacks when there's no need, when there's no concern of possible cancer. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to enlarge this room. So this wall you see here on my right is going to need to be knocked out. And that wall separates the mammography suite from the technologist's workroom. And we'll show you that a little bit later and let you see how the pieces come together. But that's going to give us enough room so that we can fit the new equipment in along with the new capability. We'll now be able to do stereotactic breast biopsies as part of this new equipment. So that'll be an enhanced part of our mammography services with the new equipment. So this is the first step of being able to enlarge this room to accommodate the new equipment. All right, now we were just next door in the current mammography suite, and you could tell that we've got to do some work in there. The tomosynthesis unit that we've purchased with the support of the community and the Murdoch Trust requires more space because we're adding a new capability. We're going to be able to do stereotactic biopsies in addition to the 3D imaging. So in order to create enough room and not move everything all around here in the imaging department, we're going to tear out this wall that you see right here on my right. This is the technologist room currently. This is where they do their work and schedule their patients and look at the images and work with Dr. Lloyd. But this wall right over here is going to need to be removed. And then all of this space, the mammography suite that we currently have that I just showed you, and this technologist room will be the new mammography suite. And that's how we'll then offer 3D tomosynthesis mammography to the community. Now you might be wondering what's going to happen with the technologists after we take their space to expand the size of our mammography suite. Well, right here in this wall, behind this wall, is our nutritional therapy department. Marilyn and Melissa have their offices right in there, and so we're going to cut a door right in this wall so that it now connects to the imaging department. And that's where the technologists will do their work. And we'll have to find a place for Marilyn and Melissa. And we'll show that to you in just the next few minutes. Now you remember that we mentioned in the space shuffle that we've got going on that in order for the imaging technologists to have a space to do their work, we're going to relocate our nutrition therapy services, Marilyn and Melissa, to another space. But this is their current space. We'll open the door and let you take a look in here. You can see that it's not exactly the same proportions. It's a little bit wider, not quite as long. But we'll redo the desk areas, and all the computer modules will come in here. And then we'll have a door from the hallway as well as a door right here over into the imaging department so that the technologists can access this room from their work area each day. Now you remember that when we were looking at our current mammography suite, we identified that it was too small and that the current equipment we have is going to need to be removed. And we'll have to install the new equipment. Well, there's going to be a period of time there where we need to have a temporary place to be able to do mammography services with our current equipment before we're able to use the new equipment. So what we'll be doing is we'll come into the cardiopulmonary rehabilitation respiratory care services area here in the hospital, and we'll use one of our sleep study rooms. That's what you have here, the sleep study room, and it'll be big enough for our current mammography equipment. And so for a few weeks, this is where patients will have their mammography done before we're able to put into operation the new tomosynthesis unit, the 3D mammography that we've purchased. All right, we've been talking about this space shuffle in order to accommodate 3D tomosynthesis. We've got the mammography suite that needs to be enlarged, so we're going to take over the technologist room. We've got to have a space to do mammography temporarily, so we're going to use a sleep room for a few weeks. And then the technologists are going to occupy the space that Melissa and Marilyn are in right now for nutrition therapy. So Melissa and Marilyn need to move. And what we're doing is in the ophthalmology suite that was part of the first floor of the medical office building here at the hospital, we're remodeling a little bit of the space to create an opportunity for them to see their patients here in consultation. So here you see a little bit of the remodel that's going on in order to create that space for Marilyn and Melissa to have offices, to have space to do nutritional counseling with patients, and to have their supplies here in order to provide that proper counseling and consultation with patients as they need nutritional help. All right, so we've just finished kind of taking you around the various places. We've seen the different parts of the current suite and how we have to expand, where the technologists are going to do their work, where we're going to be able to do temporary mammography while we're doing the installation, and then finally where Marilyn and Melissa will go once we take over their current space for the imaging technologists. A lot of moving parts to make a new service like this available to the community. We hope you find this interesting. It was a new way of doing the blog, and if you have questions about it, please let us know. We'll be happy to fill you in on any of the details that we've left out. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you choose to have a great day.